Hey everybody, back with another Google Analytics tutorial video. This time talking about Google Ads data and how you can find it in Google Analytics. And we're going to start from the tab in the report that I love the most. It's called the Source Medium Report. If you've watched my other videos, you know that I love this report for many reasons. But this is typically what you're going to be looking at when you're trying to find cost per click data or compare certain channels. So what's happening here is that we're seeing all the source medium, and we have this Google CPC line because that's the data that's coming from Google Analytics, and that's a significant portion of our traffic, about 5% just from that, several thousand visits per month or users per month, and about 4,000 sessions. And if you want to look and follow along with me, then you can get the demo report or the demo account if you just Google Google Analytics demo account, check the master view, and then check the state range for September 25th to October 24th. So we're on the source report. All we need to do is go to the acquisition tab under Google Ads and enter or click any of these menu items. I'm going to start on the campaigns. So the overview of this is, if you're familiar with Google Ads, you will obviously love the structure. You can break things down into campaign. You can break things down into ad groups. Or you can use some other ones down here as well to make it look a little differently. And the idea here is that we're only looking at Google Ads data. If you want to, you can drill down into each campaign, which will break down the ad groups. And then further down, if you click the ad groups, you can find the keywords. So in the case that maybe you have an agency that doesn't give you as much clarity into this, as long as your Google Analytics and Google Ads accounts are linked, you can go ahead and see this data without asking for reports. Very, very, very helpful. So you can see a lot of things in here. You can look at the campaign view. You can look at the ad group view. Of course, the keywords that we just mentioned. You can even do very cool things on this left-hand menu, like search queries. And this is one of my favorite reports as a Google Ads account manager strategist, is to figure out like what we're showing up for and what we're bidding on, and of course make good decisions based on that. So there's some tremendous reports in here. The cool thing about this is that you're really, instead of applying this Google Ads lens, in case you have access to that, you can look at it through the Google Analytics lens, and all of the reports and goals that you've set up are pretty well linked through this. So you can look at site usage and of course all of your goals that you have set up as well, and apply the lens of like, well, what does this mean coming through the Google Ads account? Now, some of these can get imported to Google Ads. However, for somebody who is not in Google Ads all day, if you're not managing yourself, this is much more helpful. And as a director of marketing, business owner, or just a general site webmaster, you're probably more comfortable with Google Analytics. So I won't go through all these reports, but you can find hour of day and day of week breakdowns. These are pretty standard reports in Google Ads, and actually this is like the day index, so 0 is Sunday and Monday and so on. So you can look at all these reports. I don't want to go in too deep right now. So there are some limitations that happen here, and this is actually not a great account to show you those limitations, but I'll show you what I mean. Under search queries, oftentimes you'll notice that all of these search queries generated a click. And that's a limitation that really AdWords has, or Google Ads has as well, and that if you're not generating clicks for something, you might be getting impressions, but it's not going to show up in the report, unfortunately. So if you're bidding on a term that's very wide or very broad, imagine you offer a service, or imagine you have a CRM and you're bidding on the word CRM, you might be showing up for a lot of crazy terms, but you're not going to get that in the report. Also, if the data is really drilled down very narrowly, and so we will add a secondary dimension of keyword and see if we can get this to trigger. This might backfire on me, so bear with me. This is a report in Google Analytics where, a limitation of Google Analytics where it can get a little dicey trying to drill down on primary and secondary dimensions. So just be aware that if you're seeing a lot of numbers in here that are lots of zeros, ones, or maybe even even numbers, 12, 24, 36, 48. It could be a limitation with how you're drilling down on these dimensions. The last thing is really like asking yourself, is this useful for you? And I think in the case that you're very comfortable with Google Analytics, very useful for you. If you have an agency that doesn't give you a lot of clarity, and maybe takes a while to get back to you, to give you reports that you request, or feedback that you request, or insights that you request, then this is going to help you a lot. But if you're looking to manage from inside this interface, this is probably not the way to do it. There's probably a lot of better ways to do it, especially from the Google Ads interface or using the third-party tool, reporting tool. So that's it. I hope you found this useful. And if you're looking to link the two tools, request your agency, request your freelancer, do that. You can actually do that from the admin tab, which is down here. And you can find that in Google Ads linking. I'll probably make a separate video for how to do that. And if you need help, please comment, let me know. And if you have any questions, comment, let me know. Happy to answer them.